Happy Easter, everyone. My name is Debbie Jones-Snyders, and I'm from the Hopedale Presbyterian Church. I'm delighted to welcome children and families to our church school lessons and crafts. Our story today is the burial and resurrection of Jesus, which is adapted from Mission Bible Class with images by Sweet Publishing and licensed through Free Bible Images. We have a variety of coloring pictures for you today, and we have 3 crafts. The first craft is a Jesus Lives story craft. And you open it up. Surprise! Jesus lives. And we have a Jesus toilet paper roll craft, as well as some Easter baskets with Easter eggs. We also have a variety of other activities for you. So to access the templates and activities, please contact church office at hopedalechurch.ca. So our story. In today's story, we're going to learn about how God made a very bad thing good. So with God, things look up. The burial and resurrection of Jesus. Jesus used to tell the apostles and his friends that he was king. He told them that he would be raised on the 3rd day. His followers listened to Jesus, but they did not always understand what he meant. Then something happened that made them forget everything. Jesus was put to death on a cross. Even after he was dead, the soldiers were mean to him. One Roman soldier stuck a spear into his side after he was dead, just to make sure. How could Jesus be king if he was dead? This was on a Friday, and it was the saddest and most hopeless day that has ever been. The apostles and Jesus' friends thought everything was over. After Jesus died, 2 friends came to get his body. They were Joseph from Arimathea and Nicodemus. They washed Jesus' dead body and wrapped it in long strips of cloth with lots and lots of spices in between the cloth. They put the body into a tomb that had been carved out of solid rock. Then they rolled a very big stone in front of the doorway to the tomb. The Jewish leaders were afraid that someone might steal Jesus' body and say that he was raised from the dead. So they asked Pilate to put a special seal on the stone in front of the tomb and put guards in front of it. That was still on Friday, the 1st day. Saturday, the 2nd day passed and all was quiet. Then on the 3rd day, Sunday, some women sadly made their way to the tomb. It was a custom for women to come and put sweet smelling spices on the body of the person who died. But the women were worried. They had heard about the big stone in front of the tomb. Who would move the stones so that they could put spices on the body of Jesus? When the women arrived at the tomb, they saw that the stone had already been moved. A man dressed in white, an angel, was beside the tomb, and he said, "Don't be afraid. You are looking for Jesus from Nazareth, the one who was killed on a cross. He has risen from death. He is not here. Look, here is the place they laid him. Now go and tell his followers and Peter, Jesus is going into Galilee. He will be there before you. You will see him there as he told you before. This is what had happened just before the women had arrived. There was a violent earthquake, and an angel of the Lord came down out of heaven like a lightning bolt. His clothes were as white as snow. The angel went to the tomb and rolled back the huge stone and then sat on it. The guards were so afraid that they couldn't move. Finally, they ran away to tell the Jewish leaders what had happened. The Jewish leaders didn't want anyone to know the truth, so they gave the soldiers lots of money and told them to tell everyone that the disciples had come during the night and stolen Jesus' body. The women left to tell the other followers of Jesus. Peter and John both came to see. Everyone was amazed. But one of the women, Mary Magdalene, stayed behind. She was in the tomb crying because she still could not understand how Jesus' body could be gone. How could the tomb be empty? Maybe someone had stolen it. But Mary was not alone in the tomb. 2 angels spoke to her and asked her why she was crying. She began to explain, but then heard another voice. At first, she didn't know who was speaking, but then she heard him say, Mary. And when she heard Jesus say her name, Mary knew that it was Jesus, her teacher, speaking. Jesus had come back from the dead. Jesus spoke to Mary and told her to go and tell the others that he would spend some time on earth with them, but that he would be returning to his Father soon. After Jesus rose from the dead, he appeared to many people. 2 men were walking along a road talking about Jesus when he just appeared right there with them and talked about what was in the Bible. They were amazed. His apostles had gathered and he appeared right there in the room with them. He ate with them and he even let them touch the scars he had from when he was crucified. More and more people began to realize that Jesus was no longer dead. People saw Jesus. They talked to him. They felt his scars and they ate with him. Jesus was alive. What good news for all of us. So we have several activities for you depending on your age level, interest, and ability. We have several coloring pictures. And I'll just show a few. So you'll need a variety, you can use a variety of things to color with, such as colored pencils, crayons, or markers. We also have 3 crafts. And for this story card, you will need to print the template. And if you don't have a colored printer and you print it in black and white, you can always color this. And then what you'll need to do is follow the instructions to fold along the lines. So you fold one set of one corner this way, the other corner this way, and then the side flaps like this, and then this whole piece comes up so that you see the crosses. And then you see the boulder, you open up the picture and you see the whole story about the tomb. And Jesus is alive. The second craft is the Jesus toilet paper roll craft. You will need an empty toilet paper roll, and you will need the template. I will show you the template that you'll have to print off. And you'll also need things to color with, scissors, and glue. So color the template and cut the pieces out. Glue the rectangle around the toilet paper roll. And then you can glue Jesus's head on the front. Put his arms, glue his arms on. I have bent them so there's like a big hug. Glue the sheep, because we are his sheep, his followers, on the front. And then there are feet, little flaps. So I'll show you. You see the dotted lines. So those will be basically folded here and glued here to the underside where it folds. Fold it and glue it to the underside of the toilet paper roll, so the feet come out like that. So there you have the Jesus toilet paper roll craft. We also have Easter baskets for you and Easter eggs. So you will need to print the templates. So here's one of the templates. And you can print that on regular paper, or if you have cardstock, you can print it on that. Or if you trim construction paper, I've done that here. Construction paper is a little bit easier to stand up as a basket, so you choose. I printed some baskets on construction paper. And then you can color, decorate, and then glue these pieces onto the sides. So you see where the folded lines are? Those will be folded and glued together, but you want to put the decorations along the sides here, 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 and here. Then I will show you what this looks like if you do this with paper. So once you decorate and fold along the lines, you see there are little tabs. You'll fold those tabs. You can use glue then, or tape, or staples. I forgot to say you needed those things as well. A stapler or tape, definitely glue. And glue the pieces together so that they fit inside. The tabs fold and they fit inside the box. Cut a strip off the paper like this, and you can glue or staple the strip to the sides like that. So this is the one I just showed you. There is a second one as well, very similar, but it's a little bit bigger. You can try that one out. I also have Easter eggs in here. So you can see they stand up because they're like this, and I've decorated them. So you just need to get some paper, a strip of paper like this, fold it, and then fold it like that. Cut this edge off, cut that edge, this edge, this edge. Don't cut where the folds are completely. So you can open it up, and then if you cut this strip, or this strip and this strip, you will end up with a stand-up Easter egg that you can decorate and put in your Easter basket. So we also have a variety of other activities for you. So we have a maze, couple mazes actually, and we have a coloring activity where you color by number and you get the message, Jesus is alive, a crossword, word search, and here's another word search. So this week, remember that Jesus lives. Many people saw Jesus after he rose from the dead. They touched him and they felt where his wounds were. They spoke with him and they ate with him. Jesus lives. Hallelujah. Happy Easter, everyone.